Good afternoon. My name is John Palmer, and I'm going to give you a speech on war animals. Ever since man first came to this earth, he has been waging war and utilizing animals in the pursuit of his efforts to wage war. I am going to talk about 3 instances in World War II in which animals were attempted to be used. The first of these instances was the use of the rat bomb. There is a rat. Now, in Britain in 1941, the Germans were pounding the city of London, and the Brits realized they needed to do something to attack the Germans. They figured, we will develop the rat bomb. Here is the rat bomb. What it is an incendiary device inserted in the carcass of a dead rat. The incendiary device will go off based on heat. The intention here is that the British take thousands of these carcasses, rat carcasses with the incendiary device in them, and stick them into piles of coal near German factories, so that when the Germans fire up their factories, they will shovel these rat bombs in them. They will blow up the factories, or at least the furnaces which drive the factories. Great idea. However, the Germans found out about it and started clearing out their coal piles looking for rat bombs, so it was never effective. The second use of animals was a disaster. It was the cat bomb. Now here is a picture of a cat. The cat bomb used live cats. This was an American invention. It was one of America's most ridiculous ideas, and they've had lots of them. In this instance, what happened was that the Americans were trying to bomb Japanese ships in the ocean, and were missing more often than not. They had very basic aiming devices that really meant the bombs landed in the ocean far more often than on the ships. Now, based on the fact that cats are meant to be frightened of water, they decided that they would attach a cat to the bomb. So the cat would steer the bomb onto the ship so that it would not land in the water. Well, they decided they would test it first. They tried it a few times, and every time they did it, the cat would lose consciousness when the bomb reached terminal velocity falling from the sky. The cat could do absolutely nothing, and it was an absolute disaster. The third animal that was used in World War II was the bat bomb. So we've had the rat bomb, the cat bomb. Now this is the bat bomb. This was a brilliant idea, an American idea. Couldn't have been that great. But what happened in 1941, the Japanese invaded Pearl Harbor at the same time as this dentist was visiting the Carlsbad Caverns in California. Carlsbad Caverns have thousands and thousands, possibly millions of bats in them. And he had a brilliant idea of how he could defeat or assist in the defeat of Japan. The idea here is to capture 1,000,000 bats, and there were millions of these bats, and attach an incendiary device similar to napalm to the leg of each bat. Then they would send the bats, take the bats to Tokyo, let them loose over the city of Tokyo. The bats would then fly into the town and up into the rafters of all the houses and factories and spread all over the town. That night, according to a timing device, the incendiary device would go off, it would burn, and the whole city of Tokyo would burn to the ground because it was basically made of wood, paper, and bamboo. So it was a very dangerous place to be in for fire. They decided they better test this bat bomb. So what they did was they attached the incendiary device to the legs of the bats. They were about to take them out to a test site where they had some wooden structures and let them loose. However, something went wrong. The bats escaped in the military compound. And that night they were all in bed or whatever inside the buildings of the military compound. The devices went off, the compound burnt, substantially burnt down. So it worked, but it did not do what it was meant to do. It did not work in Tokyo. So the end result is that the Allies tried 3 types of bombs: the rat bomb, the cat bomb, and the bat bomb. None of them worked until the Americans came up with the atomic bomb, and that did work. So, ladies and gentlemen, the use of animals in warfare has been around for a long time, and there are 3 examples of how it was used in World War II. Cheers.